the Lagos Lagoon. Who remember that story? Yeah, and there's been such. You see, I think the generation we are in now, it's where we now hear depression every day. Someone is depressed. I remember, was it a couple of years ago? A very wealthy man, I think a South African that was working for MTN, I mean with MTN, jumped into the Lagos Lagoon. Who remember that story? Yeah, and there's been such issues. Now, in the previous years, these stories were not heard because the society made life to an extent easier for them. You see, so now we live in a society where it's unfortunate this politician left. They are the people who are causing us depression most as we speak. No, let's be serious. They are the people who are causing us depression as we speak. In the 60s, in the 70s, or even in the 80s, you'll be in final year, your 400 level nursing now. If it was in 1980, you're a UNN nursing student at 400 level. Someone like a University College Hospital Ibadan would have come to you people to say, if you are interested in working with us, write your name here. Once you graduate, you come to our place. Find out, ask your parents. Before, as they are saying, a British firm will come say, if you want to work with us as a community nurse, as a surgery nurse, as a pediatric nurse, come and write your name. And that's to say, they wouldn't even let you graduate and you are working already. As at that time, this internship, NYSC, all these things were not in existence. These things started coming. It's Director of Employment that started bringing up these issues to fix you people more. So these people, the leaders we have, the crop of leaders we have today, keep bringing in very malicious policies, very non-developmental, very non-helpful to the young people. Majorly, if you go around and find and ask, the causes of the main cause of depression among the youth today is you are not meeting up. Like you said, you start feeling worthless. What makes you start feeling worthless? Waiting your mates they do, they fit do. That's the number one. And why are you not doing what your mates are not doing? You don't have money. Why don't you have money? You don't have a job. Okay, now it's got to the level where people in their 50s and even 40s who have families, they have children who don't go to good schools in quote, or don't even go to schools. Every day P2B talks about out of school children. It stings me because they like he fit know they see them very well because he's a big man. He's supposed to walk around and see them. You drive and just match break at the traffic light, you see three children and on the window. Help us now, help us. What is the problem? Apart from they help us people are different from those who are hawking. Why are they hawking? They have no money to go to school. Why is this so? The people who are enacting policies, very grievous, when we are supposed to have everything in order. So these people keep making things very difficult for us. We don't have jobs, we don't have health care, we have nothing. So that's why people get depressed. Like you are just not doing what you're supposed to do. And why you're not doing what you're supposed to do? Okay, you're supposed to be working and making money. You've even schooled, you've even graduated, you are qualified to work. In economics, I think they said how did they put it? So the definition of unemployed person is someone who is qualified to work, willing to work, and then unable to find where to work.
She had her mother as her mother was her 5 and 5. Like every 31 hours, she was talking to her mother. Even when she was about to commit suicide, she was talking to her mother. Her mother didn't know. She had written the note and dropped it and made the phone call, and the mother knew something was wrong. I was like, you're not sounding well. I was like, okay, no problem, I will talk. And then all of a sudden, mother called back, she wasn't picking. Next thing, they informed her to come to her daughter's apartment, that she had fallen from about 60th floor or something. She had everything. Now, what really could have been the cause of this depression? It might not be a recent thing. It might have been a thing of the past. Some people have undergone depression due to sexual molestation. Then come out of the depression. They have come out of the depression. They are now socializing, but it still has this PTSD, post-traumatic stress effect disease, on them. It still has this PTSD, and sometimes you just see it. A lively person today, in 2 days, person withdraws. Somebody might come for a gathering, see something that being just be jovial, and all of a sudden somebody makes a statement. Just to give you an instance, somebody casually supports rape. There are people that say, don't blame. Let me give you an instance that you should not blame those who rape girls if it's the girl that seduced the guy. There are people that are of that opinion, that if it is the girl that seduced the guy, don't blame the guy. What did she want when she was seducing the guy? Now imagine somebody who has had this thing and stays somewhere, sees this. The person is not in support of rape, whether it is seduction or not. The person was lively and all of a sudden withdraws from that gathering. You notice what's wrong? The person say nothing. 2 days, 3 days, you people are meant to go for swimming. You call the person tells you, I'm not interested.
This is something that, like you said, we are very lively, and then just a particular statement is going to make me completely withdrawn. I don't know if I should. It's very funny. Okay, let's say when I was a kid, my aunt really stressed me out a lot. My aunt really stressed me out a lot with gluttony, being dirty, and lazy. So this lady is my mother's younger sister. She was staying with us, but then she was really stressing my life out about that, and she was loving my sister more than she loved me. She kept on buying her things, telling her that I'm lazy, telling her I'm not clean, that I eat too much, and plenty things. And I was trying to stop it. I was trying to be better so that she would like me like my sister. I was very small. I started hating my sister actually. Even when she went out of the house and started going, she knows I did not like her before. So those kind of things, I had a very bad time at home because my sister left home. I was just around my auntie and she made it a living hell for me. Now growing up, heaven knows I'm not dirty. I don't eat plenty. In my school, my friends finish my meal for me. And then I am not lazy. When someone jokingly calls me lazy, I get really angry and I might even stop talking to you. Right? So let's say you come to my room, I had just finished eating and then I dropped my plate to do something, and then you come in and walk into a dirty place. Guy, finish, you're dirty. Guy, I feel no talk to you. And that is it. And when someone calls me, it happened yesterday. So I was able to eat from school and we had classes from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So I got biscuits. After our chapter by 12, I was trying to eat this cream cracker, just one cream cracker in my class, and someone said, Phoenix, you too dey chop. I asked her, how many times have you seen me eating today? This just the cream cracker I got this afternoon. And I got really pissed. I don't talk to her throughout the class. And then throughout yesterday when I saw her, I was really very angry at her. And this thing you said now just made it make sense to me. I thought I was being very weird. So what do you think I can do?
Have we gotten solutions? Okay,
yeah. What do you think can be done to this kind of thing? Because our friends really joke a lot, right? And you can come to my room anytime and call me dirty or call my room with dirty, and I really get
well,
angry.
I have not been in that situation, no. And I'm not a major in psychiatry actually. So, but I think that one thing we can do to overcome this thing is subtly we find a way to get used to the words by using those words. Now, I use the word think because, as I said, I'm not a major in psychiatry, but I think, where a word that triggers. In your case, you have this set of words that trigger it. It's like a no for you. Now, when someone uses it for you, you feel all bust up, and imagine where you gradually, jokingly make use of it in a setting that is not true. You get used to it. Now, let me give you an instance. A setting where you go into you just jokingly tell a friend, Yusef, you threw the chop. And you know this person doesn't eat. You know that it's a lie, but you're just cracking a joke. Someone makes that statement to you, you weigh it before you react. Because at that point, because you use those kind of words in a setting that is not true, someone tells it to you, you begin to realize if truly it's true for you or not. Right now, someone tells you to the chop, you feel you to the chop. You feel the person is talking to you based on what they've seen, what they've been seeing since childhood. So I just feel one of the ways, if you have a trigger word, is to get used to those words. And how do you get used to those words? You start yourself by making use of those words. Because I won't tell you to sit down, somebody begin to sing the song, the word to you so that you get used to it. No, I feel it's you getting used to the words, making use of the word, and gradually, or maybe your closest pal can be someone who can be using the words intermittently.
I can teach students about to know how to do.
I don't know.
Like I
But
don't know.
you will get into a relationship if you're not into a relationship already, and I feel whoever is your partner should know.
Using the word more
Yes,
for you.
yes, and we may go to a place and then
Okay,
I cry.
how can affect mental health, especially in relation to depression. Experience or what you think, any of them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mine will be from experience. So there is something I know that children we learn from observation, hearing, and then seeing. And then sometimes our parents, the things they do, we watch them, and then other times we just get to summarize things because of what we have seen. So if I'm going to talk from experience, it should be in 2017. I finished secondary school, then I applied to get into university. Yes. So, yeah, it, I was going for medicine and surgery, but I did not get it. I think I tried 5 times before I came to Rwanda. But then I think the first year, I went for med surg. I got admission, but I was very small to leave Cross River State. My mother said I was too small to go outside Cross River. Then I stayed at home to write again, continue writing. And since then, I've never gotten medicine and surgery again. But then that year, I started working in a pharmacy. I was trying to learn from my family doctor, which was easy. My mom said I still had the brain to write and then blah, blah, blah. The next day I tried, I did not get it. My mates were already getting into school. My parents are very supportive. I was very surprised because some persons are going to really get plenty scolding from their parents, but mine were very supportive at the time. I tried again the next year, did not work. This was already like 3 years working in a pharmacy, 2 years working in a pharmacy. Did not work. I'll cry and all of that stuff. Then there was this time, I think during the lockdown, we were all at home. This is the period where nobody's going out, everybody's at home. I was getting plenty talks from my parents about school. I'm not the type who would calm down to read. I don't calm down to read. I'm going to tell you, I would understand better if I'm reading under pressure.
Thank you.
Thank you. I thought I was the only one. Seriously, I work very well under pressure. If I know that the deadline is very far, I would not do it.
Relax.
I know that as a person that when they work very fast, they make plenty mistakes, but I am lucky that I don't make mistakes when I'm working under pressure and I do very well. So they expect me to start preparing, going for evening classes and all that, and I'm not doing them. And it was very, very sad because they would scold me, say that my other sister was already in her finals in law and I have not even gotten into school. I had plenty talks. They are not telling me that I'm worthless, but the things they were saying, there was only time they made me, not because they were being wicked, they were just saying that I would do everyone's chore since I'm the only one that is not busy. I would wake up, I would make breakfast, everyone would go to school. When they come back, I already made lunch, and then in the evening I'll make dinner. This is I was basically doing everything at home. And even if they don't tell me that I'm being worthless or I'm not doing anything at home to get to school and stuff like that, I felt very useless. I had suicidal ideas. I'm not going to lie. February 2021 was terrible because I went to one building like that and almost jumped from there. I was crying. I cried a lot. I had plenty of people already in school and I have applied for medicine and surgery 4 times already. Then I went to do this pre-degree program in Unical and my chemistry was cancelled. After we spent about 300k to run the entire program, my father said it was my fault that I was not reading. And I was really down. I had plenty of problems, so much. I would cry alone and stuff like that. Now, recently, we're talking about it at home, and then my mother was saying that parents get really involved in their children's studies and stuff like that, and they are the reason why most of their children are depressed. And I'm in my head saying, you know that you contributed to my depression a few years ago, and you're the one giving me this advice.
Idea.
You get these things they know, but when it's that, I think it's easier when you're the one saying it to someone else and not when it's
Yes,
happening to you.
it's true.
Then I think what I did to myself at the time was just to, even when I got into school, I think I was the oldest in my room. I had classmates who were 16 going to 17. And I think that I'm already in school, right? But this thing was really depressing. Like, how would I have people in my class and they are 17? I'm looking at you with like 4 years age difference. Waiting with this.
But
And
it's so bad.
I don't know. It's a private university, right? They will admit
Okay,
even
yes,
someone at
definitely.
15 years old. And then I'm getting into school and seeing these people. I was really depressed. And I learned to not talk to my parents because it was almost impossible. So when parents, this communication thing, right? African parents don't do that a lot.
Sure.
And they will always tell you not to talk back at them when they are talking. But you know that if you talk back at them, they would have that sense. But no, we don't do that. So I think communication is very vital, but our parents don't do that. So major problem I had in my time, nobody told me, don't worry, it's not your fault, you're doing well and everything. I just had this person went to school. Oh yes. In my 200 level, I was asked to drop out and write jump again for medicine and surgery. Yes. I did not, of course, but then these small things they are doing are just painting pictures in my head that I am not enough
Enough. Yes.
and I'm not doing enough, right? And these kind of things can just make me lose my self-esteem outside. I'm heading to 400 level, and there is still a picture in my mommy's head that I'm going to study medicine after nursing.
I happen to find myself in a secular world today as a politician and as a business mogul. Yes. So I think, well, I would say that I'm lucky to be here, though I did not expect it. And I have to give some brief ideas based on what I kind of succumbed this wonderful gathering for. You get? So I so acknowledge and believe that the things that surrounds us is the key to the depression that many of us are having today. Reason being that, there is this mentality I believe in Africa. African thinks a lot. You get? To me, everybody have their own understanding of life, how they understand things. Are you getting me? But I believe it is what one give his or her own mind more focus and attention to. That may help to cause depression. Like in the sense that is when you will find out in some religion, they will tell you, you're a Catholic, I'm a Catholic. My father or my mother will tell me, do not marry someone outside Catholic. You get? Now, eventually, as a stubborn child, and I say, I would want to do what is outside what they have said. Reason being, for love's sake. Are you getting me? Now I'm bringing that into the table. What are you welcoming? You are welcoming depression as well. Because that which you will contribute along the run will be inherited by those kids. Because as you guys are quarreling in that home, their ears are all open and they are listening to everything. And that helps a lot to contribute to that depression. So now the keys, now observing all those things, it may help them to start not being focused or gaining the full attention that they need to get, either in school or any place they may find themselves. Get? So I think the means in which all of this can be reduced is this. It's very, very simple. That's to me. I think we should pay less attention to what will make you feel so depressed. Reason being that you undermining yourself as a human being makes you more depressed. You get? I need to achieve this, but eventually you cannot achieve this within 24 hours or within 1 month. You totally feel depressed about yourself.
Yes.
Get? So it is the thinking we give to things that result to all of this. So,
Like, how can we create more supportive family environment for people that are depressed or people that are going through depression?
house or maybe as a group
Eh,
or like
in the house, your friend that you notice is having okay. Let me just let me just put it as an example. A friend of yours is having depression, like the cause is actually from his or her family, and you notice it. Is there a way you could support that person, create a supportive environment for such a person?
yeah, like our doc rightly said, I believe okay, well my own I believe listening to people, attentive listening, like be good with listening. Then someone might come to you now and say, guy, I hate this thing now. You'll be like, you understand now? Why do you hate this thing? Why would you hate it? You understand now? You'll be dragging. First of all, I believe you'll be like, why do you hate this thing? Why do you
Listen to the person.
Has anything happened before? What
What made
then
you hate it?
yes. You listen to the person, hear the person out and offer your solution. And a solution I believe is the best solution to offer to someone is that you put yourself in the
In the
shoes.
person's shoes.
Yeah, that's what I my own solution I used to advise people. My only advice I used to give to people is that see, if it is me, this is how I will do it. Because I have tend to put myself in your situation, then think of if I'm in this situation, how will I get out of this situation? And I will not give you my own advice. And if I'm the person in this situation, see how we
This is how
handle
do
it. And this the way I believe if you handle it like this will turn out like this or will turn out like that. So we should always be, listening and provide support to our friends, even family. If you know what is good. My principal then, when we were in secondary school, used to quote, is it Matthew or something? I don't forget. He says it's the golden. Yeah, golden rule. Yeah. He used to say that is the golden rule.
Okay, do to others what you want.
Exactly. He says that is the
Okay.
golden rule. So anything that you know that if they do you this and that it will be okay, then do it to others. But if they do it to you then it will be hot, then don't do it. So that's just it.
That's
Solutions are what we offer or prefer when we notice a challenge or difficulty. If we know what causes depression in children, or in our words, like in my case, I've said being overly strict. I think one of the ways to overcome it is being able to loosen up a little. There are some ways we could correct a child and give them some aspect of freedom to learn from the correction. We've all had experiences. I've had experiences of basketballs when I was small, but if we can loosen up, give them an opportunity to learn from this. We can correct though, but give them an opportunity to learn. Let them see that sometimes they do something, you correct them. Sometimes they don't intend to do it, but they do it. There's a difference between doing it intentionally and doing it by mistake. Sometimes somebody might do something intentionally, you correct. Maybe after like a month or two, person does the same thing, but not intentionally. You should be able to know that okay, person is now at least consciously the person didn't do this. Person is coming out of this mistake. Be able to correct, but not being overly strict and corrective. If not, it makes the person withdraw. Especially people that have people that stay with them that are not their children. There's a way you will correct them or be too strict compared to where the person is coming from. It affects the person, yes, and the person feels isolated and withdraws. And maybe it's a long vacation of 4 weeks. The person is there now, feels that depression for like 2 weeks. By the time he goes there, he may loosen up. But the fact is that that depression has affected him. He has experienced it, and it's not going to be so new when he feels that kind of setting again in another place. So I feel one of the solutions I prefer is to relax in correcting our words and not to be overly strict. I think identify the problems and provide solutions. So in this case, that's what I identified as the problem, and then that's the solution.